First and foremost, before going any further, don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you can know every time that I go live, post another show, and more. For in my 29 winters, I know no greater story than the one getting ready to be told. Yes, it is influenced and inspired by true events, and though it is meant to entertain at times, the most important objective of all is to educate, inform, motivate, inspire, and show the world what prison is really about. And most importantly, to remind people, after all, to stay free.
Go ahead.
It's the lady at 46 South Road. 46 South Road.
Man, I can't believe OG and nephew went for that. That was a great plan, Red. How'd you know it was gonna go down like that? And not to mention, seems that you know OG, which could give us an advantage, depending on how you see it. Man, it ain't even that simple. Trust me. I ain't know it was the real OG when I pulled up. And I can tell you this, nephew might have been naive, but he ain't going for that. He weren't doing nothing but playing a role, seeing if we was gonna expose our hand. We are in the midst of a full-on chess game. And trust me, I learned from the best, so I already know what move to make next. But if you saying you learned from him and he's on point, don't you think he gonna be able to predict what you gonna do? I mean, I don't want him to see us coming from a mile away. Man, I got him. The real reason me and OG parted ways is because eventually the student snatched the pebble from the so-called master's hand. You see, it's a shot to the pride when somebody that you was giving game to surpasses you, especially in the environment you claim to be king to. If anything, this gives us the opportunity to settle things once and for all. He know I'm coming. Think it's getting a little too quiet out there? There's no fireworks yet, and we told them two fools that if they take them out, OG and nephew, then they get early release. Why would they wait and hesitate in such a moment and opportunity like this? I hope you know what you're doing. I don't necessarily find a need to remind you, Chaplain Ramirez, that this plan was partly yours as well. But nonetheless, there's a reason that I'm warden and you're not. I know exactly how to handle the situation, and I believe wholeheartedly it's still forward progress. They're not going to jump out there immediately. They've probably got some form of plan. Besides, that guy Red, he's on point. I've been in his jacket. Him and OG, well, they crossed paths before, and something tells me, being that they're cut from the same cloth, he'll be the guy that can take them out. And nephew, well, once OG's gone, easy. Regardless if I put input in this or not, you're the one that made the executive order. And you're right, you're warden. But let me remind you, your titles in here with show power mean nothing on the outside of these gates. And you and I know that. That's about the last time I'm going to take a backhanded comment from you. I don't care what it is on the outside. Right now, we're in my house. And as far as I'm concerned, you need to support this plan. And besides, if I go down, you go down. Oh, look at you. You got a little fire in your speech right now, huh? At the end of the day, I said what I said. And I mean what I mean. Things better go good. Because I'm getting impatient. And the longer those two are allowed to just exist in this environment, the more opportunity it leads to you and I being exposed and all of the things that we've done. And you and I both know, if any of it was to get out, well, they have us in here and possibly up underneath it as well. You know what I mean? I know exactly what you mean. I know the stakes. I know what's at risk. So please, stop wasting my time with your comments and let me cook. Do I make myself clear, Chaplain Ramirez? Because I seriously don't have time to be going back and forth with you all day. We've got business we need to take care of. Oh, I understand completely. But you better understand every single thing that I said to you as well. For the stakes are higher. Everything is more serious. And before I let things get out of control by your hand, I promise you, I'll take control of them with mine. You're just like my ex. You're focused on getting the last word no matter what. Fine. Understanding's understood. Anyways, let me get back to work. C.O. Williams, what are you going to do now? What I'm doing now is the opposite of what you're doing, standing around asking questions. I'm getting things done. What can I do for you, boss? Ah, yes. I need you to go get inmate Billy Ray out of solitary confinement. It's time. Inmate Billy Ray? The department head said not to let him out of solitary confinement since he did what he did to his cell partner. And not to mention before then to those two other guys in the kitchen. Are you sure, boss? Your pay rate places you in no position to ask me questions. I gave you an order, and I didn't stutter. Now please, go get inmate Billy Ray and bring him to my office. Now. Oh, you're calling in a wild card. I like this. All right, I'll go get him. You told the CO to go get Billy Ray, huh? You're bringing out the psychopaths I see. I must admit, I like this. It's a new side that I'm seeing of you, Warden. A little bit more extreme in this season, huh? Though I don't need your approval, I will say this. I'm tired of going back and forth with those two. We've wasted enough time, energy, and effort, and the longer they're on the floor, as we both agreed, the more we're in danger of being exposed. That being said, it's only right. You want something done? You gotta call somebody in crazy enough to go at OG and the rest. You feel me? Oh, I understand. Why send a deuce when you can send a whole tank? And besides, Mr. OE is, well, not just your average adversary or opponent. It's about time we finally take him out. Boss, here goes inmate Billy Ray as you requested. Well, you know what they say. If you talk about the devil long enough, he shall appear. It's about time. Thank you, C.O. Williams. Inmate Billy Ray, how are you? Inmate Billy Ray, are you okay? En el nombre de Padre, de Hijo, Espíritu Santo, Amén. Billy Ray, I need you to respond. Otherwise, I'm going to have C.O. Williams put you back in solitary confinement. And I know you don't want to go back into the hole. This one is a crazy for real, huh? Hey, Billy Ray, can you hear us? We have a job for you. Boss, give me the word and I'll put him right back into solitary confinement. Looks like he's not cooperating. Stand down, C.O. Williams. Billy Ray, you may be crazy, but you're far from ignorant. I need you to respond to me so I can give you the ultimatum. I've got an offer for you that I believe you're going to want to hear. Billy Ray, last chance. Respond now so you can hear this ultimatum or get sent back immediately to solitary confinement. Your play. I'm not going to lie. This guy's making me a little bit nervous. What are you going to do, Billy Ray? Requesting additional backup to the warden's office. Over. C.O. Williams, I told you to stand down. Now, Billy Ray, last chance. I was wondering when you guys would let me out to have some fun. It's been over 5 long years that you kept me in solitary confinement. And I told you, it wasn't my fault. It was my cell partners. I never started anything. Why is it that you're calling me out the hole now? That's not what the evidence suggested. But we're not here to discuss that. And as a matter of fact, I was impressed by the work you did that day. Nonetheless, like I said, I've got an ultimatum for you. You kept me in the hole for 5 years, Warden. Let's be clear. I may have kept you in the hole, but I'm not the reason that you were placed there. Like I said, I'm not here to discuss the past. I've got an ultimatum. Do you want to listen? How can we discuss this ultimatum or the future without discussing the past. Do you know what happens to a man when they're in the hole for even 1 month, 2, 3 years, 5 years? Unfortunately, I don't know what the result is when an individual's in the hole that long because I'll never find myself there. You committed some acts in this environment that landed you in solitary confinement. Now, I'm offering you an opportunity to escape the hole, if you will. Now, I suggest that you take the time, despite what you're feeling, to listen to what I'm about to say. I'll listen to what you have to say, Warden, but you'll listen to what I have to say first. For it's been a long time, and I've been waiting to speak to you face to face. I've been listening to the voices in my head, and they told me that this day would come. You're wasting my time, but since you insist, go ahead, get it off your chest so we can move on with the conversation. I'm trying to help you. Have you heard the cries that come from solitary confinement? The men that are down there losing their minds. Some of them, well, they decided to say goodbye before their sentence was over because they could not take the prison inside of a prison. But you see, it's there where I found solitude and an understanding. I am no longer afraid of the things that you can use to cause fear. Speech is nice for a prisoner, but at the end of the day, solitary confinement is designed to be a punishment for those that can't follow the rules in here. It is what it is. Now, can we carry on with our conversation, prisoner? You call me a prisoner, but yet you want me to help free you from a situation. I may be crazy, insane even, but I'm not ignorant and naive, and I will finish my thoughts. Get it out. My patience is wearing thin, but whatever's going to move along this process. You're right. I did call you up here for a reason. I know you're qualified to do the job. So get out the rest of your thoughts so I can give you the rest of mine. I just simply want you to acknowledge that every time you place a man in solitary confinement, his soul is at risk, for it's in that place that the battle begins, where the evil voices and the good ones, they start to talk. I've spoke to him for years.
What's going on, guys? My name is Christopher Life Willars, and welcome to How to Stay Free, a guide to reentry success for you or your loved one. I know firsthand the importance of having information accessible when you come home from prison. In 2003, I was sentenced to 144 years in prison. You may have heard my story. Here, I'm not necessarily telling that, but I am giving you all of the information that allowed me to be successful after returning back to society 16 years and 11 months later, just before the pandemic.